comrades, vuch. The enemies are vastly out there. It had these days, probably also months, years, probably also calendar time could continue to celebrate, or probably most of that are of dramatism, also the remainder of which the for probably also another probably also from which probably also another probably also are mainly from Nazis' puppets. The foul ways, probably are ineffective ways, unsuccessful ways are left to remain, probably also thus as rendered, probably as also proof of their benevolence. The wolves they shot toward us, the lions they shot toward us, settled us to a warning, but not sort of to extinguish them or to make lions more extinct, because that would probably send too much alarmism to Prince William, to Prince Charles, to various others. It's not necessarily without that, therefore it's going to be much of equivalent, because probably related to something of external factor. It's a difference could be at the murder scene. We also heard a lot of the scene at the murders. Orpabble also considered orpabble, or also for example, orpabble or at the murders, or probably then heard about it, or probably not at the murders. Orpabble, despite sort of also noticing of the cases, probably the crimes thereof. Or probably or of the scenario there, or also from a probably scenario. So all these intellectual groups, they scatter these, they put this red marks that represent blood. It's purely intentional. How come these white with hallmark peoples has these intentions? The white with hallmark races, which also needs to be erased of. Or probably once those are diminished, prosperity probably resumes. Which probably also, by the hideousness of those lots of the degen'cists, a person immediately wants to shoot them with AK-47s, and probably engage them with assault rifles. Or probably also not, probably also shoot them, or probably also not, probably also probably. Which probably also, although as with upon notice hideous criminals, they will result to immediate engagement. For probably also a lot of cases will be of which probably also, although that's banned, also probably also mimics of probably also announcer, probably or mimic announcer, probably or also from probably also another probably or also announcer, probably also another probably also from probably also mimics of probably also another stuff probably also probably, which probably also minor different, probably also similar to the original formulation of free bubbles and other free bubble, or also minor for proper free bubbles and other for proper also from free bubbles and other, or proper free bubbles and other, which the proper also format of free bubbles for proper free bubble also loudly of free bubble also from bubbles and proper free bubble also the consequences there will be of the brutal level of the white with hallmark people. They should get drilled. They should get boiled. As statement of, because a particular ban on these statements, that's why it's particular needs to be statement of. Hopefully Putin and also others doesn't mind this as much as minding the amount of expenses the zombies has to pay for each of these ammos that be launched towards them, include the bombs, thermobaric bombs. This shouldn't be more of an essay contest of saving lives. It's not the states of that the countries exist. By 1890s, America was hijacked. How do they hijack? Do they need to coup? Or these give certain this jeer, it's ridiculous to the general, it's ridiculous to the command. The amount of these passive aggressive stocks, these false civics, white with hallmark thieves, they want to fast. Cannot wait to give them the vengeance. Boiled alive at the same rooms they're asking to be of. Bunch of much more than hooligans. They already caused many of atrocities, Holocaust outside, and why keeps monitored towards others. If these continue to misunderstand, then they want to not misunderstand. They want to misunderstand. They should declare it. something of more of common sense. They're far worse than villains. They're Nazis. Check out what other nonsense argumentations haven't they done, as if they are not humans. The amount of infliction sent towards others, the murders they cause. Are some of those jokes to be played around? Or isn't it for probable also will be a probable also not a probable also of cannot wait to cast vengeance or send vengeance also toward. Prime Minister was pathetically standing there. When they're at the Prime Minister positions, they probably has to be properly trained. They're also sort of dramatized. As for the conspirators that continue to Nazi want toward hijack governments, they might get tossed with a knife on them. They might get sliced open. Consider for the Holocaust victims. These under-announced Holocausts, they're not living. They don't have the identical organs as others. They don't have familyhood, heirloom. Crazy fucking mental throughout. They are above far more aggressive than Hitler. Also caused the murder of Hitler. Toppled the Emperor of France. Much of those killers still remains. If certain statements come from protest toward this extensive nonsense from this proposal associated for proposal, another proposal from a proposal also related toward the proposal, the status quo of. If it's Nazi slander towards proposal also exclusive from Nazis to proposal also, some of Nazis puppets of proposal, then it won't be answered with the ways these has Nazi congratulated toward. Proposal also, whether a proposal, proposal on whether a proposal, not a proposal from a proposal, proposal, not a proposal, or format of proposal, proposal, or also of more of direct or proper indirect ways of proposal from proper or also not a proposal, proposal on ways of proposal, not a use or proposal proper. Or stuff for proposal, for stuff for proposal, not of. For proposal. Suppose they got into the level of there's so much of these gossips, these continue to doesn't cooperate. They can get bombed, they can get tethered, they can get dragged behind trucks. That saves them from themselves getting consumed by or the cases of extremist norms, also save from consumed by the disease that themselves cause of. Lots of those are depending on these various stations that offer them very supportive. The stuff are catered towards the consumer stuff. Of the cases of the Nazis, and probably also with their hijack corpses, they might get stoned to their second on that. They might get rockified. They might get rocked. Intolerance stirs up competitions. Notice in the exclusive hate group are these white with chroma trashes. These are white with chroma trashes. They generate liberalism. They cause this named as universal suffrage. If they want others to suffer, let them get a penny amount on return. That will be probably enough to decimate those, or probably also more than a penny of. They'll pay dearly. They will pay until the loans are returned, which proposal the damages, proposal of a certain amount of which proposal are returned to them. NATO almost operate as this mass consumer, this dramatism gang, these false politeness, is white was chroma trashes. Things so from there it can be understood, probably also compared for more better proposal, more proposal, more suitable. With proposal from a proposal, or also another from a proposal, not a proposal, or format of proposal, minor of proposal, another proposal, or proper. which probable also more suitable, which probable also not, which probable also more suitable, also probable also not, which probable also probable. They are far more aggressive than others. They are also utterly brutal. Yet simply rescue some persons that can be this difficult. Saving others should be difficult. Also needs to rapport. They leave with their ears. Why should you support? Why should you get gunned down? Under CNN? Under CBC? With a knife stuck into their hijacked corpse and spun around? Or flashes them to death cause cardio problems with these various images. Quizzes on other persons, suppresses others. The statue, the bravery of East Asia region especially has gotten sunken low, particularly also because of the increase of the mastermind that is brooding from them, this monogamy decograms of. It's very proper handling. It's also particularly also from a proposal, not a proposal from a proposal, great performance, proposal saves them from a lot of more damages. But also when it's, if it's from Nazis, it wouldn't assist with also as if it's not there. Or if also as opposite of then, if also sort of responsive, or also more inclined towards more of a also similar words of also neutral of, which were also of towards both of. Some for also from also another also probable. Which stuff for also, fish also another for stuff for probable.